For a nuclear program, any country needs the raw material, and in several areas the regime has been mining low-grade uranium. One mine is here at Mogok. Our experts tell us they believe this is a uranium ore concentration plant at the nuclear facility at Tabaig Chin. The program is run by the DSS-TRC, the military's Science and Technological Regiment.
The main purpose of mine and Pyongyang factories is to support DSS-TRC and Science and Technological Regiment from the Beijing. The main task of the Beijing Regiment is to build a nuclear reactor.
One of our covert cameramen found a man from Tabaig Chin who told us the site was sealed off with severe security. Sai says parts for the nuclear program were sent from his factories to the secure compound at Tabaig Chin. It's here, he says, they are also trying to enrich uranium for weapons.
From that, we made a part called nozzle, had a supersonic nozzle.
This nozzle is used to create a carbon monoxide laser beam.
The carbon monoxide laser beam is used to separate the uranium isotopes, and in this way, they enrich the uranium percentage.
To check Sai's claims, we had him show the files to Bob Kelly, a former intelligence officer at North America's nuclear facility Los Alamos and an ex-director of the IAEA.
Laser isotope separation is probably one of the worst ways to separate uranium isotopes that has yet to be invented. The major countries of the world have spent billions of dollars literally trying to make the process work without success.
But Sai says his factories are making parts for another aspect of the nuclear program to create uranium compounds.
There are 40 items that were built and made in a Pyongyang factory. They are all in the pictures, like the reactors and so the vacuum box, the purification tanks, water juice tanks, like that. Those pictures, those items were made in Pyongyang factories and sent to the Beijing.
Your sources provided a lot of good quality photographs of items that would appear to be very useful in a nuclear program. They're rather specific to nuclear uses. They could be seen as for other things, but they look like they were designed for a nuclear program.
These items can be used to make the chemicals used to enrich uranium.
There's one object that we see in these photographs is labeled as a fluoride bed reactor. I'm thinking that may be used for turning UF4 into UF6 gas, which is the material that's used for enriching uranium isotopes.
And there's more. In this letter, the regime is ordering the Pyongyang factory to make what is called a bomb reactor for the Special Substance Research Department. This reactor, also called a reduction vessel, turns enriched uranium green salt into uranium metal.
Well, for example, the small reduction vessel looks like it's made for just the purpose of reducing uranium tetrafluoride to uranium metal, which there could be other uses for that vessel, but it jumps right out at you very quickly. We've got, these photographs of it and the drawings that they used to make it, and it's really, it's impressive. It catches your eye right away if you're in the nuclear business. And it appears that it's a nuclear weapons program because there's no conceivable use for this, for nuclear power or anything like that.
they really want to build a bomb. That's their main objective.
And it seems they may be seeking more foreign help. Last year, the North Korean ship, the Gangnam 1, was on its way to Myanmar when it was turned back by US Navy intervention. It was thought to be carrying weapons or material banned under a new UN resolution aimed at stopping North Korea from exporting nuclear-related material. In March, the US Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia, Kurt Campbell, told DVB the US was alarmed by Myanmar's growing ties with North Korea.
Oh, some of it is sensitive, so really can't be discussed in great detail, but I will say that we've seen enough that causes us some anxiety about certain kinds of military and other kinds of relationships between North Korea and Burma. We have been very clear with the authorities about what our red lines are and what our anxieties are. We're always worried about nuclear proliferation, and there are some signs that there has been some flirtation around these matters, and perhaps even more, and we will be highly attentive to this moving forward.
In May, Campbell issued a statement saying the US believed Myanmar may have breached the UN resolution banning North Korean nuclear exports. He warned that the US reserved the right to take independent action if Myanmar failed to abide by that resolution. Diplomatic sources told DVB this statement was sparked by a North Korean ship docking in Myanmar. But why would Myanmar's generals want nuclear weapons and the missiles to deliver them?
According to the paranoia of the generals, they want to have the rockets and nuclear warhead. Not only rockets, but also nuclear warhead. They need it. They admire North Korea, so they are crazy for the ICBMs and warheads. So the ICBM, the rockets are clear to be used in military purpose.
You want to know if this program will lead to a nuclear weapon in a reasonable period of time. I would think it would not. They are going to try, but what we're seeing in the things that they're making and the program plan they've laid out, there are 10,000 things they need to do, and it sort of looks like they're taking them one at a time. Well, I'm concerned any time that a country embarks on a nuclear program, which it appears that they've done, when a country sets out to do that, that would be a real concern.
Myanmar may be far from achieving its goals, but many believe its intent to one day acquire nuclear weapons must be taken seriously.
Nuclear
But it would mean the possible beginning of a new arms race in the region. Both Thailand and India would have to counter this kind of build-up on their respective borders. And it will definitely be seen as a threat in Thailand.
အတွင်းစကားပေါ့ဒါကျွန်တော်တို့စီမှာရတဲ့အမိတ်
What we've just seen is a rare glimpse into the very beginnings of a clandestine nuclear weapons program. It does seem that Myanmar's generals have a very long way to go. But those who know the generals best warn that it wasn't very long ago that North Korea, Pakistan, India and Iran were not seen as nuclear threats either.
City